I've tried pretty extensively to find other people to talk to that are going through dementia related issues, whether it's Alzheimer's or some other form of dementia. And I have spoken to a few, but really no one that was going through that process themselves, or at least no one that was willing to talk about it. I've been able to talk more with caregivers, not a lot of those, but a few of those, and they give me some insights into what's going on. I don't know if I'm more aware of my condition and deterioration than other people are, or I'm more willing to talk about it. I'm just not sure. But I've never had one of those surgeries. I had a number of them, but I've never had one of those that I recall that you're awake and watching what's going on. It kind of feels like that, except instead of fixing you up, you're a witness to your own process of elimination. It's not funny, but I have to laugh. So, like this morning, I post a lot of things on the internet each day, and I was doing things that I do every morning. It's different content, but the same process, and literally posting something and then immediately forgetting that I had posted it, or not posting it and immediately thinking I was posting it or had posted it. When I try to speak to people about these things, and I've kind of given up on that personally because everybody, understandably, relates that to their own forgetfulness. And certainly we all have some of that. But it's different. And I can't explain to you how it's different except what I was just saying. That in a sense, it's like you're a witness off to the side of your own slow demise, so to speak. I went through a process, and I can't think of the name of it. I'll try to add it as a footnote or something later. It's where it was developed for people with PTSD, and it's a process of allowing your brain to go back and view certain things in your life almost like you're a witness to them, like you're watching them, and you can observe them and get over it. I had a couple of things that fit in that category that I needed to get over from really pretty early in life, and it was an amazing process, and I will footnote the process. I just can't say it's a series of letters, I think. But I'm observing what's going on, and I'm not afraid of it, and I'm not hurt by it. But I thought it might be important to share with others for people who might have this struggle, that they might can relate to what I'm saying, or they might be more willing to discuss with those that love them what's going on, and how it seems to, it's almost like a little wave that comes up, and if you're watching it, you don't really notice that it's taking the sand away, because there's so much sand there, and it's just taking a few little grains here and a few little grains there. Sorry. And that erosion seems so small that it is of no consequence. And this analogy is just coming to me while I'm talking. And that's kind of what it's like. I'm on the beach and I'm watching the erosion, except instead of it coming up and taking away a little bit of sand, it's coming up and taking away a little bit of me. And that may not be a bad thing. So I just wanted to share that. I hope I'm not just rambling on. It's a daily thing, and I'm not really talking about good days and bad days. Everybody has good days and bad days. I don't really have any bad days. I have some challenging moments, but I'm just reminded in the middle of that moment how good God is and how He's got this, and I trust Him in the middle of this, and whatever happens in life. And Lord, help us to move more and more in that direction. It is a little bit scary when you stop and think about it, because you don't know at what moment the beach may fall in, and then you'll be in that place, which may be a really good place, like a friend described to me, I think just yesterday, that you might be completely aware of your circumstances, but not really understand your circumstances, not understand the current circumstances, but able to enjoy what you have while you have it. I don't know if that made any sense, but it means to live in the moment, and that moment may be a moment of a new way of life, because you're in a diminished capacity, but you can enjoy your loved ones and things they do for you and things they cook for you, and not really know what's beyond that, not know what's outside the room that you're in, not even really be aware of the rest of the world around you. I thank goodness that I'm not there, but I may get there if the Lord doesn't intervene. So these updates are meant to be encouragements, and to give some understanding of what's going on. It doesn't have to be scary, and it doesn't have to be awful. It can just be an understanding that every day of our life we change. And I guess every day of our life the waves are washing away some of the sand for each of us. And it just happens that with dementia, that's part of our ability to reason and think and respond and be the person we have been, but that person is still there. Their way of processing life changes, but their heart of hearts is still there. They're just not able to express it in the way that they always have. So God bless you. I pray that this might help someone, and that if I can help anyone, I'm always open to trying, and so feel free to contact me if I can. God bless you. Um, it doesn't have to be scary, and it doesn't have to be awful. It can just be an understanding that every day of our life we change. And I guess every day of our life, the waves are washing away some of the sand for each of us. And it just happens that with dementia, that's part of our ability to reason and think and respond and be the person we have been. But that person is still there. Their way of processing life changes, but their heart of hearts is still there. They're just not able to express it in the way that they always have. If I can help anyone, I'm always open to trying, and so feel free to contact me if I can.